Hey, what's up, Wave Team? Hey, I hope you're having a great day. Man, camp is less than 2 weeks away. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. It's going to be an incredible week. Really looking forward to seeing all that God is going to do. He's already just preparing some things in my heart. We have our focus. This changes everything. Be on the lookout probably this week, if not this week, next week, for me to go ahead and send that curriculum y'all's way so that you can have your group content and what we're going to be discussing in the mornings and in the evenings. We'll be discussing something different in the mornings during those groups than we will be at night. But you're going to get all that. You'll have access to it so that you can be ready to lead your groups. So super excited about all that camp's going to hold. But man, just as I've been praying, just to kind of give you some inspiration, the Lord just really reminded me about that verse in First Peter that talks about craving spiritual milk, which brings us to full maturity in Christ. And I'm just believing that there's going to be a maturing process that takes place with our students during camp. And so I'm really excited to see how the Lord just uses, not just the curriculum, but just the moments in His presence to really mature these students and help them to see the benefit of spending time at the feet of Jesus and just everything. I want them to be able to take the camp experience into their everyday lives. It's not just this 5-day spiritual high that they get on because they come to the beach and they spend this money on this, or their parents spend this money on this camp, and like a vacation. It's a mountaintop experience that they can really take into their everyday reality. And so that's what I'm praying. And so, man, if you're hearing anything specific, I'd encourage you just to send it to the group and stir up all of our faith. And man, just continue to pray. Have your own moments with the Lord, wherever that is for you, in your car, at home, and just really seek the face of Jesus on behalf of these students. So that we can all just be better prepared to lead them spiritually. It's just such a huge honor and responsibility. So anyway, I hope that was encouraging. And I just want to be really quick about the next couple things. So first of all, we're leaving obviously on the 14th, that Monday. The bus is going to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so we're encouraging students to get dropped off between 7:30 and 8. I would encourage all of you, if you could please be there by 7:15 that morning. Be at the church by 7:15 so that we can, talk about any of the last things we need to talk about, and, nothing that I can foresee, but you just never know. And we can just make sure we're ready, and then we're all there to start receiving students at 7:30, and then we can actually be on the road by 8. And so, but yeah, just ask you just to get there about 7:15 on that Monday morning. And then in terms of getting down there, the bus is a 55-seater bus. And so, I've already talked to a couple of you about driving. If you want to drive, that's totally fine. If you don't have an opinion, just let me know. If you prefer not to drive, that's okay too. Just let me know. But if it comes down to it, if none of you want to drive or can drive, I will drive, just because I know we'll at least need 1 or 2 vehicles in case we need to make any grocery store runs, and then just to carry some of the stuff that we won't be able to fit in the bus. So anyway, just let me know if you're okay with that. Of course, we'll make sure that you have gas money, all that good stuff. But just let me know if you're okay with driving. And then in terms of who is in what cabin, just to go ahead and prepare all of you, just so you know what age group you're going to be with. So the way it works is we're going to have 1 middle school boys cabin, 1 middle school girls cabin, 1 high school boys cabin, 1 high school girls cabin. So as of right now, myself and Scott will be with the high school boys. Daniel and Jerry will be with the middle school boys. Cindy will be with the high school girls, and then Nicole and Hesper will be with the middle school girls. So Cindy gets to handle the high school girls all by herself because we only have 3 women and 4 guys. But Cindy's great. She's going to do an awesome job. And we have some really, really good students. I'm not really worried about behavioral issues or anything like that. We have a really great group. So I'm excited just looking at this registration list and seeing who's all coming. It gets me excited because there's a lot of students that I know are just rock solid and are going to really lean into that growth process. And it gets me excited too to even see the ones that I'm like, okay, it might be a little bit of a challenge because it's an opportunity to really give them the gospel in this kind of setting where it's really, we're alone with them for 5 days, and kind of not, different from just like a movement night where we get them for an hour and a half. No, we get them for 5 days. And so it's such an opportunity. And then also on top of that, just seeing names that I don't even recognize. I can't tell you, there's at least 10 to 15 names. I'm like, I don't even really know who these people are. Some of them I've never heard, some of them I've heard but never met. Some of them sound familiar, so that's kind of the place I'm in with that. But man, just so excited. So anyway, I could go on and on. I sent you guys an email with the itinerary of what the week's going to look like. That could change depending on weather, and then just depending on, if we go over on one thing, we might have less time to do another thing. And so that could change, but just be on the lookout for that. It should be in your email. And then just if you guys have any more questions, anything like that, just give me a call, text, email, whatever. I'd love to be a resource for you guys. Parent meeting this Sunday, be there for that if you can. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. This video's already gone a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I hope it was helpful. And if you guys need anything, just reach out to me. But I appreciate all of you. Looking forward to camp, and have a great week.